Come on over.
Yeah, see?
See? It's
Now
so
the appropriate
real.
height. This
so
is the right height.
Charlie's the one with the height problem,
Right.
I would say.
I've
okay?
always looked up to you guys.
All right, this is sort of Dorm does better. I'm sure Tim Conway's so flattered.
I do want to be a weatherman when I grow up. Let's take a look. We do have some video to show you of some flooding in Abita Springs, Louisiana. There's been heavy rainfall there the last couple of days. Okay, heavy rainfall there the last couple of days, and this was the scene. There were just rooftops of buildings that were visible yesterday as the flooded waters from the Abita River started to rise. The rainfall has ended there now. That's the good news, but the bad news is that there is still flooding persisting. So although skies are sunny, the flood waters have not receded yet. Flood warnings and watches over much of the east today as heavy rainfall will continue. Florida has tornado watches and warnings in effect for this morning, and on the backside of all that rain in the Mississippi Valley down to the southern plains, there could be some snow as cold air is moving into this region. In fact, it's going to get really cold over the weekend in the northern plains and the northern Rockies. That's a look at the national weather picture. Here's a look at what's happening where you are.
Hey, we're at Krispy Kreme Donuts. How much is that? Let me get that for you. Hey, Happy New Year, Carol. Got to get yourself a donut this morning. Here's your forecast, because the forecast is worthless. We got a lot of fog around this morning. Could be heavy rain tonight, so be careful this morning with visibility. And as you're driving home tonight, could be some puddling, if not some street and highway flooding. The rain will continue through tomorrow. Eventually the fog breaks, and maybe by late tomorrow afternoon, we get a little bit of brightening. And then by the weekend, it's colder, but at least the sun's coming back. Hey, listen, make it a great day, everybody. And back to Good Morning America. Make sure you get a donut here on 8th Street.
Well, it's said that home is where the heart is, and this morning we've got a twist on that.
Yes.
Home is where the chef is, and Emeril Lagasse joins us from Emeril's restaurant in New Orleans to cook up some truly, look, he's stunned, truly home-cooked food. Good morning, Emeril.
I wish you guys were here with me. It's a little warmer.
We're having
Welcome
more fun
to my
here.
home.
I think
this is the home.
Spencer needs a bowl to grow on, so why don't you get us started? Give
Spencer, I'm going to warm you up here in a few minutes, you know.
Yeah, he's
You could be
warmed up.
sitting right
Trust
here
me.
at the food bar eating just bowls and bowls of gumbo, Spencer. But anyhow, we're going to make some chicken soup is what we're going to do. And, you know, it's after the holiday time. It's flu season, and everybody's kind of got like, you know, just the yuckies right now. We're going to kind of cure that and take care of it. I'm going to do my version of a great chicken soup. Got tons of vegetables. We're not going to put any meat in it or anything like that. We're just going to put some good whole American chicken. And that's exactly what we're going to start with, you guys. It's just this. I got just a regular fryer chicken, any chicken that you can kind of find in the supermarket. And what I've done is I just cut it up. Nothing fancy, just cut it up in some pieces, but want to save the bones. That's going to kind of give a little extra flavor. And we're going to season this chicken because, as you guys know, they don't come seasoned in the supermarket. Little salt and pepper, and we're going to begin just kind of browning that chicken. We're getting the flavor out of the chicken. And once we do that, we kind of just brown that up a little bit. And you can see I have the carcass in there as well, and I've got the bones, and there's a reason for that. We're going to kind of get a double chicken strength, if you will, really kind of kick up the flavor. Now watch this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just take, a good-sized onion that's diced up, and we're going to add that in there. We're going to add some celery and some carrot. Big fancy cooking word there, you know. It's a mirepoix, but that's what it is. Celery, carrot, and a little onion. We're going to cook that for about 4 or 5 minutes with the chicken. The chicken's getting browned. And we just added another ingredient, so that's exactly what we want to do is we're just going to kind of re-season it a little bit with a little salt and pepper. Now, once that gets good and browned, now the whole thing is this. We're going to build some more flavors for a great chicken soup. What we're going to use is this. I've got some scallion. I've got some garlic. I have some fresh basil, whatever kind of herb you have. If you don't have fresh basil, you could use dry, and some parsley. Everything is going to go, once that's browned, right inside the pot, right there. And then we're going to let that cook for just a couple of minutes, get some more flavor out of that. And then, at that point, you got to have good vegetables. Whatever kind of vegetables you have. Right now, I've got a little bit of cabbage. It could be white. It could be red cabbage. I've got some zucchini. I've got some yellow squash. Whatever. You can see all these vegetables that I have here. Whatever kind of vegetables you have, guys, you just put it in there once the chicken is good and browned. And now what we're going to do is this. I talk about this layering of seasoning, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to add another layer of flavor, another layer of seasoning. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to add spinach. They say it's good for you, right? It's got a lot of iron. I'm going to add a little bit of spinach in there. And this is crushed red pepper. My mom would say pimentum weather. We're just going to say crushed red pepper. We're going to add a little bit of that. What it's going to do is, woo, it's going to make you sweat. It's going to make you start being happy, feeling good, getting all of those impurities out of your body. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to add chicken stock. Don't be alarmed if you don't have chicken stock, folks. You're going to have plenty of flavor with those chicken bones that we added in there. And you want to bring it up to a boil, and then you're going to let this thing simmer. How are you going to let it simmer? Well, look, I've got this one simmering right here. This has been simmering for about an hour and a half. The chicken is good and brown. You can see that all the vegetables, all the flavor started cooking down. And all of just the good vitamins and all of that good things in chicken soup, as you can see,
Emerald,
is all in there.
I missed it. When do you get the bones out?
No, you know what you're going to do? I leave the bones in because they add a lot of flavor. But you don't want to eat the bones, of course. But the bones and the carcass really, Lisa, just makes a fabulous, fabulous flavor.
And you don't worry about it breaking into little pieces and getting in people's throats? No,
not at all, because the carcass is all intact.
Okay.
And the little bones, there's not really any little bones at all.
I think now what we're going to do...
Yeah, what we're going to do is this. Well, if you want to pull yours out, Lisa, you can. And what we're going to do is, I've got some noodles. You could use pasta. You could use rice. What we're going to do you guys have any chicken soup up there by any chance?
Emerald, I have been following your recipe to a T.
Yeah, right.
And I have made 2 bowls of chicken soup.
Yum.
Oh, I love that.
Hey,
now, look.
I cut my vegetables a little differently than you cut yours, but...
Oh, you can cut them any way, Charles, as you know. What we're going to do to finish this up, you know, when you're ready, and you know the good thing about this, Lisa, this is a good trick for you.
Yum.
It's even better the next day. You can just put it in the ice box, let it cool properly.
What are you saying,
Put it in the ice box.
I'm the queen of leftovers? You know me?
Well, I'm not saying that, Lisa.
I truly am.
But you know what? I'm going to work on you. That's what it is.
Emerald, it's great. And I'll tell you what really makes a difference, because I've made a chicken soup at home. The fact that you brown it in the frying pan, you just don't drop it in boiling water, because I've always boiled the chicken.
No, you can't do that. What you got to do is you need a big spoon like this, guys. And here's the Get Well chicken soup from me to you.
Emerald, we got to go.
We will send some off to Kevin Newman, who is still ailing.
I'll see you guys real soon.
All right, take care, Emerald.
Good morning.
Happy New Year to you. We'll be back. Good Morning America continues.
The label says 99% fat-free, but inside is the classic taste of original Chef Boyardee. Introducing 99% fat-free Chef Boyardee. If we didn't tell you, you'd never know.
Maybe it's time for Bayer. Bayer relieves your tough headaches, and taken regularly, Bayer can help save your life. Ask your doctor. Bayer, powerful pain relief and so much more.
What causes denture odor? Get close and you'll see. Germs. Eprident Plus with fresh burst Listerine ingredients. It kills odor-causing germs. So you can get this close. Minty Eprident Plus. Kill the germs, kill the odor.
I'm Roger Sadi. I'm making Nabisco shredded wheat here at Post Cereals.
That's our dad.
You know, when my girls were younger, I couldn't get them near a box of shredded wheat.
That's for sure.
So you want to know how it happened? Well, it wasn't because I've been bringing them home for the last 20 years.
Sorry, Dad.
Now that they're on their own, seems like bottled water's not the only good thing they discovered.
How come you never told us how good this stuff is? Yeah, Dad.
Now you'd think they invented shredded wheat.
This stuff is good.
Solid antiperspirants are a great way to keep you dry. These go on clear. For the best combination of both, you need Sure Clear Dry. It gives you the outstanding dryness protection of a solid, yet it glides on this clear. Sure Clear Dry. It's a sure way to be dry.
Tonight at 5 on Eyewitness News, will opening statements be heard in the Unabomber trial? Will Ted Kaczynski defend himself? Will the court-appointed defense? Eyewitness News is live in Sacramento with the latest. Then, a new treatment offers hope to those suffering from a disfiguring skin disease. 7's on call with a breakthrough procedure. Also, looking for lavish lodging without the formal feeling? See why boutique hotels may be your haven. Plus, breaking stories from 2 newscasters. Tonight at 5 on Eyewitness News, right here on Channel 7.
Potemkin Chevrolet wants to help you get a new set of furniture. A sofa bed, 4 chairs, a color TV. We even have the perfect spot to put them. in the middle of the road. The 98 Mark III Astro Sport Top Conversion van. You'll get 4 luxury captain's chairs, running boards, a 9-inch color TV, a sofa bed, and more. Now at this incredible low price. Choose from 2.9% APR or up to a $2,000 rebate, plus no money down and no payments for 90 days. Potemkin gives you all the comforts of home in the convenient travel size.
For years, parenting experts have told us that showering your children with attention will raise their self-esteem. But can being too child-focused be detrimental to your marriage? We look at the price couples pay when their children take priority over their marriage on today's Personal Best, Getting What You Want. And we asked one couple for their reaction.
Before Mark and I had children, we had a lot more time to spend on one another. We'd go on picnics, we'd go on dates, we used to ride bikes together.
Hey, buddy. With the kids being so young, they really take predominance over pretty much all aspects of our lives because they need so much time and attention.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Maxie, what are you doing? Within a limited amount of time, trying to get the needs of 2 children taken care of it takes 2 people's undivided attention.
Okay. I would call it controlled chaos is the way our day-to-day routines go with the kids. See me.
We used to go out a lot, and even if we weren't going out, I mean, we both loved to cook. I mean, we would really, we'd stay home, we would cook extravagant meals, we'd have nice bottles of wine, we'd light candles.
If we have a date night and we go out, a lot of the conversation revolves around the kids. How about that cute thing Max did?
All right, Sammy.
And even when you're on a date with your spouse, I'm thinking about the kids and talking about them.
Okay. There are times when I do kind of a balancing test. Oh, I would really like to hang out with Mark tonight, and then I think to myself, I'm going to be even more exhausted in the morning. And so I just decide to go to bed. I love you. So he loses in that battle.
Joining us now with advice on how to achieve the proper balance between your marriage and your children is clinical psychologist Judith Cochet. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you.
I like what Natalie said there a moment ago when she used the word balancing, because it's not really one or the other. It's how to balance the needs of the spouse and the needs of the children, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And Natalie said that she hoped that there would be time for the kids, for themselves after the kids are in school. I'm not sure that that's going to be okay. The balance in this marriage is a little bit off, and they're concerned about it, and they're really working on it.
How do you know when you're getting out of balance?
Well, there are a number of ways you can tell, and there are a couple of scenarios that we could kind of run by people so that they could see what they think. Very much as in the tape, we see Mark come in, and Max, who is absolutely irresistible, comes running up. But where's Natalie? So one question that people might ask themselves is, you come home or your partner comes home, who gets greeted first? Do you run to your partner, say hello, give a hug, give a kiss, and then turn to the kids? Or do the kids get greeted first? And if so, where is your partner in all of that?
How much time do you need to fashion out for one another? Is there a number, a minimum amount of time?
Well, there is at least, and people say it doesn't sound like very much, but at least 10 or 15 minutes a day in any case.
There's that need to sort of debrief, to go over what the day's activities were.
Maybe, but in addition to that, what I suggest, and I think every couple in America can do this, is to find 10 or 15 minutes. It's not enough, but it's a good beginning, where you can take a bath together, do a massage, even watch television together, which doesn't sound very intimate, but it's something that both people can look forward to.
But even when you try to steal those 15 minutes, in charge the kids all the time, into the room they come. Do you have to sort of banish them, say this is our time, give us some space?
You have to carve out the time. Otherwise, as Natalie says, you lose the battle of time. It's hard to get it back later. It's not that it just comes back automatically. Relationships go downhill. Boredom sets in, unrest, affairs set in, loneliness.
If you say that, though, this is mom and dad's time, we want 20 minutes off to your room to play, I guess a lot of parents would think they're rejecting the kids when they do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure you actually say it to the kids. It may be that you try and carve out time around when the children are there. Maybe before you wake up in the morning, just wake up 10 minutes earlier. Put the kids to bed 10 minutes earlier, and then take the time for yourselves.
All right, Judith Cochet, good to have you with us. Good advice. Thanks very much. We take a break. Local news coming up. When we come back, Kevin Spacey next half hour.
Good Morning America's Personal Best series, Getting What You Want, is brought to you by Total One Bowl 100% and by Tropicana Pure Premium.
A bagel for breakfast. What could be better? Well, you could do a lot better with Total. Just one bowl of Total gives you 100% of the iron you need every day. A bagel, only 20%. Total gives you 100% of the vitamin E you need. A bagel, none. Total has 100% of 10 essential vitamins and minerals. Compared to that, a bagel is a little flat. So get 100% with Total Raisin Bran, Total Cornflakes, and get the total effect.
Your leg bone connects to your knee bone. Your knee bone connects to your thigh bone. Thigh bone connects to your hip bone.
Now you can start off on the right foot every day. Tropicana Pure Premium with calcium. It's a better source of calcium and a delicious way to help build strong bones. Tropicana Pure Premium with calcium.
This Channel 7 Eyewitness News Brief, sponsored by Siemens Furniture.
Good morning. It's 8:25 this Thursday, January 8th. I'm Stacy Sager. Topping our news right now, cheating strap hangers are getting a free ticket to ride. Police say some people have figured out how to use expired Metro cards to get free bus and subway rides. They won't reveal how the scam works, but they say it's a glitch in their $700 million computer system. They've made some arrests in the scam, and the MTA is trying to get the problem fixed before more people beat the system. The search continues for the suspect who brutally stabbed a teenage girl in Queens. 13-year-old Sharice Gardner's body was found yesterday in her third-floor apartment at the Pominock Houses in Flushing. Some residents say they saw two men running from the building, but so far they have no other clues. Friends say Sharice was a hard-working honor student who stayed out of trouble. And President Clinton visits the Big Apple later today, but don't expect to see much of him. The White House is banning TV camera coverage. He will be drumming up funds for the Democratic Party, but the president's press officials say Republican fundraisers are usually private affairs, so Democrats are now following suit. Still, the White House will provide audio of the president's speeches, and a print reporter will be allowed to attend. And when we return, we'll have a full report on this morning's traffic and a look at your AccuWeather forecast.
If purchased separately, this living room could cost $1,340. But at Siemens Furniture, you can get this complete living room package for under $900. Right now, every Siemens package is on sale. Complete designer-coordinated living room, dining room, bedroom, and wall unit packages to fit anyone's style and everyone's budget. All delivered in just 1 week with no down payment, no payments, and no interest till April. Siemens Furniture, for the price that's always right.
Siemens Best. Titanic fever burns hotter than ever. I'm Mary Denham for Broadway Buzz. The big story right now in movies, bookstores, and here on Broadway is the public's fascination with the remarkable story of the Titanic. A blockbuster new Hollywood film, a dozen brand new books, and a record-breaking Broadway musical. Just say the word Titanic and audiences are captivated. Leading this phenomenon, of course, was Broadway's Titanic, which has been setting box office records since last spring. The show is still playing to standing room only. Back soon with more Buzz.
Anybody can get this feeling. No matter who you are, you can look fantastic and feel great. It's a new year, and Bally Total Fitness will help you get that feeling for absolutely no money to start. Plus, get last year's membership rates. So call 1-800-FITNESS to join Bally Total Fitness today and pay absolutely no money to start. Anyone can get this feeling. No matter who you are, you can look great. Everyone can. Call now to get last year's rates and pay absolutely no money to start.
Joe Nolan is on hand with a look at the fog and the morning commute. Good morning, Joe.
Boy, tough day, and we are going to be looking at some really tough problems out there, Stacy. First of all, we're going to go to our camera, which is going to be at Newark Airport. And again, for some reason, it's just flaring out. It doesn't look like this here, believe me, but there are a lot of airplanes as you begin to travel through that area. And again, just to allow a lot of extra time. Maybe this one is a better look at LaGuardia. And again, you can see the fog there, and that is what we're concerned with today at the airports. Call your airline for individual flight information. All right, to the maps we go, and we can show you, first off, on the FDR Drive, big pothole potholes right around the 59th Street Bridge. You're backed up into the 120s. On 78 and 287, where they come together, there's an accident. You also have trouble as you travel out onto Route 80 by 287, a problem there as well. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
Thank you, Joe. In sports, Sam Cassell scored a career-high 34 points for New Jersey, but the Knicks edged the Nets in overtime, 89-88. And at the Meadowlands, Jason Arnott made his Devils debut after coming over from Edmonton, and big number 25 made his presence felt. Devils led Pittsburgh 1-0 in the second when Randy McKay scored his 17th goal, tying his career high. McKay and the Devils beat the Penguins 3-1. In college basketball, Rutgers routed Seton Hall 81-49. Checking the weather, it's foggy and damp right now. Here's the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. It's 46 degrees outside, the humidity 96%. If the world seems foggy outside your window this morning, it's because it is. It will be rainy, warmer, and unpleasant today. The high near 61 degrees, though. More rain tonight. The low in the city, about 60 degrees. Stay tuned for more of Good Morning America, and enjoy your Thursday, everyone.
Looking for the most mentally stimulating half hour on television? Well, look no further. Use your head. Watch Jeopardy!
Tonight at 7, right here on ABC 7.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
And welcome back to Good Morning America. I'm Lisa McCree with Charlie Gibson. And if you hear that noise all through the this half hour, that noise.
People drinking the chicken soup over there.
They have a whole stage crew. Eddie, is it good? It's good. It's good.
It is good stuff, that chicken soup that Emeril Lagasse made in the last half hour. We have a big discussion around here off camera about actors and actresses that we will go see in a movie no matter what the movie may be. The actor and actresses are so good that we will go see them in anything. And Kevin Spacey, right up there high on the list. He is really terrific. One of his movies this year, L.A. Confidential, is getting...
What a great movie.
I think it's, well, I thought it was a terrific movie. And it is getting all kinds of awards. Anyway, Kevin Spacey is going to be with us in this half hour. We'll have a chance to
One
talk
of the
with
top
him.
three, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I thought it was actually...
The number one?
I shouldn't get into this. I thought it was the best movie that I've seen this year.
That's all right. You don't get a vote at the Oscars
That's
anyway,
true.
so you can
I
say
do
anything
not.
you want.
I do not. Anyway, Kevin Spacey will be with us. Also, we're going to go back to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. We're going to go back there with our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, who's standing by. You got new stuff for us this half hour?
Oh, yeah. This is brand new from Iowa, AM/FM radio with a built-in flashlight. We took the battery compartment off to show you we have no batteries, but it doesn't matter. In an emergency, crank the handle.
No.
And you can power the flashlight. You can play the radio. They tell me a minute of cranking gives you a half hour of play.
Doesn't
so
that
in
seem
an
a little
emergency,
retro?
Oh, the styling?
No, the retro, just the cranking. I mean, didn't people
yes,
used to do that a long time ago?
They absolutely did, but I think they're a little more efficient now. You don't have to stand there and do this the whole time the light's on.
Next year at the auto show, Dick, General Motors is going to come out with a new car. You crank it and it'll
It
start
only
up.
goes 3 feet right now, but they're working on it. $50 to $60 in the spring.
All right, Dick, I want you to tell us which television sets to buy when we see you next, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll run all that down in just a few moments.
Also coming up, Charlie, a new report suggesting that high blood pressure in adults can be traced all the way back to the womb. This is great information. If you're pregnant or if you're thinking about getting pregnant, you're going to have to listen up. Pregnant women can help ensure their children's health with one very simple supplement. And doctors aren't apparently telling their patients about it, but we'll talk about it coming up.
All right, all that's coming up. Asha Blake, meanwhile, in with the news. Kevin Newman's still ailing this morning, and Ash has the news.
That's right. Let's get on some chicken soup. Morning, both of you. Good morning, everybody. Our top story, the jury deadlocked in the sentencing of Terry Nichols for the Oklahoma City bombing. Survivors and victims' families were joined by prosecutors at a memorial service last night. It is now up to Judge Richard Mate to do the sentencing, and he cannot impose the death penalty. A controversy is swirling around leaf blowers out in Los Angeles. Gardeners concerned about their livelihood are protesting a ban on a tool they consider vital. We get the details now from ABC's Brian Rooney.
In Southern California, where a manicured lawn is a must for keeping up with the Joneses, the sound of the gasoline-powered leaf blower can be heard everywhere you go. It became such an annoyance to many residents that the Los Angeles City Council voted to ban it. Banning the noisy tool sparked noisy protest from the gardeners, many of whom barely scratch out a living. In a highly competitive, low-paid business, the leaf blower allows them to quickly move from one house to another. As people say here, mow, blow, and go. A dozen gardeners are now staging a hunger strike on the unkempt lawn of Los Angeles City Hall.
Those people, they want to ban the leaf blower, but they have never volunteered to pay the gardener more to compensate for the time that they're losing.
Those who wanted to ban the blower include some recognizable faces. The former Catwoman, Julie Newmar.
Let's ban these stinkers, or you will not have heard the last of us.
And the man for whom no mission was impossible.
Gentleman, Peter Graves, of course in support of the banning of leaf blowers.
The gardeners say the city is putting its regulation on the wrong people, poor, mostly immigrant laborers. They say that rather than take the leaf blower away from gardeners, the city should require manufacturers to make a leaf blower that's quiet. Brian Rooney, ABC News, Los Angeles.
AT&T may have found a way to get back into the local phone business. The Wall Street Journal reports the company is close to acquiring Teleport Communications in a deal worth $10 to $11 billion. Teleport provides business telephone service in more than 60 U.S. cities. And a new report on inflation at the wholesale level this morning. The government says its producer price index fell by 0.2% in December. Now that's the same as the decline in November. Okay, right now here's Peter Jennings with a preview of what's on ABC News tonight.
Well, coming up on World News, besides the day's top story, we're going to have an interesting report on American schools, the best of them and the rest of them. Some people say there is a simple way to fix the bad ones. You'll hear what they have to say on World News. I hope you'll join us.
All right, thanks a lot, Peter. Finally, it's a day to remember the king. No, we're not talking about Spencer right now. Elvis Presley was born 63 years ago today in Tupelo, Mississippi. Spencer's got black suede shoes on,
That's
sort of.
right.
Not blue, but they're good enough.
I was a big Elvis fan. When I was 9 years old, I was trying to grow sideburns to be like Elvis.
Never were able to do it, huh?
Didn't work. No. Now I can't grow hair at all. Let's take a look at what's happening on the map today. Very wet day in the east. We've got flood watches and warnings for much of the east because of the heavy rainfall. There are still flooding down along the western part of the Gulf Coast and lower Mississippi Valley, where skies will be sunny today, but flood waters have not yet receded from the heavier rain early in the week. Snow on the backside of the rainfall as cold air meets the humid air mass there, and it's getting really cold and in fact frigid in the northern Rockies and northern plains today. And over the weekend, this frigid air mass is going to tighten its grip on the nation's midsection. Although skies will be clear there, it'll be bitterly cold, and a big storm system is going to expand over the western states over the weekend and become a big snow producer in the Rockies. That's a look at the national weather. Here's a look at what's happening where you are.
We are at the Krispy Kreme, the new one, opening day here on 8th Street, and already a crowd. Listen, there's a lot of fog out there this morning. Hey, make sure you take the umbrella as well today because we've got some rain tonight. 5 days showing warm temperatures until the weekend. Could be some street flooding tonight, so take it slow. The weekend will be dry and sunny. Make it a great day. Back to GMA.
This weather report has been brought to you by Puffs. Next, are you programming your unborn baby for high blood pressure? A critical new study for pregnant women when Good Morning America continues.
Wouldn't you feel better if your tissue felt better?
My Katie's nose is so sore. Sorry, sweetie, I know this tissue doesn't feel good.
Try Puffs Plus.
It's so soft. I know.
Tests show it soothes better than regular tissue. Puffs Plus has lotion with aloe.
Oh, it's got lotion in it.
And vitamin E.
Feel it.
So it soothes better than regular tissue.
Isn't that better?
That feel better.
Soothe them with Puffs Plus. Soft as your touch, strong as your love.
Great news. When it comes to yeast infection treatments, Femstat 3 is the only leading brand with a 3-day cream. Its unique cream is thick to help the medicine stay and treat where you need it most.
Femstat 3 cream, a better way to cure.
I can't afford to have rough hands, not with my patients.
Oh, yes.
I can scrub my hands up to 20 times a day. My hands can get really dry. It's a great thing that this hospital uses Kerry.
Kerry actively moisturizes to heal dry skin.
Keeps my hands smooth and soft.
Keeps them nice and moisturized. My patients love it.
We all have our favorite formula. The babies love it when my hands are soft because then my skin is as soft as theirs.
Kerry, it's trusted therapy for dry skin. And there's Kerry antibacterial hand lotion to stop germs and dryness.
I love the fishes because they're so delicious.
Moms say yes to Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers because they're baked, not fried like most chips.
I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Got goldfish.
Goldfish, it's one snack that's okay to get hooked on.
Favorite sound, saxophone. Favorite date,
Sunset cruise along Lakeshore Drive. Ideal car. One of those off-road things you climb into. Not in this life. These are the new Buicks. Smooth driving, smooth riding. Cars that conquer not the jungle, but the road. The new Buicks. Real power, real comfort, real style. Isn't it time for a real car?
Alicia Marquez has one very important reason why she can't miss a beat. Her mom and partner, Tina Marquez. So, when Alicia gets one of her painful sinus attacks, she depends on Tylenol Sinus. It's the only one with extra strength Tylenol, the #1 doctor-recommended pain reliever, plus a powerful decongestant to relieve sinus pressure.
Mom, what would you do without me?
Tylenol Sinus. Strength you can trust.
Morning America's Healthy Woman is brought to you by Tylenol Sinus.
In this morning's Healthy Woman, a look at 2 recent studies on calcium and pregnancy. Now, the good news is that women who supplement their calcium during pregnancy give birth to children with lower blood pressure. The bad news is that most women of childbearing age get less than half of the calcium recommended by the National Institutes of Health. Joining us from Boston with details is Dr. John Repke. Good morning. You're at Brigham and Women's Hospital and deal with pregnant women all the time. Why aren't they getting the calcium that they need?
Well, it's interesting. A recent study that was completed with the support of SmithKline Beecham Pharmaceuticals demonstrated that well over 90% of women recognize the need for calcium and the need for increased calcium during pregnancy. Well over half of them recognize that they're not getting enough calcium, yet fewer than 1 in 5 are actually doing something about it.
Wow. Now, don't those prenatal vitamins that most doctors tell you to take have enough calcium?
Well, they really don't. There's quite a variation in the amount of calcium in each prenatal vitamin preparation. And so what one really needs to do is assess the calcium in the woman's diet and then assess if she's not getting adequate calcium through the diet, just how much supplementation she needs. And this is really where supplements play the key role.
I was stunned as I read the study about how important calcium is to pregnant women in terms of what it can do for the baby's health, not just when the baby is born, but 8 years down the road.
Well, this is really some very exciting news that was published last summer in the British Medical Journal. And by way of brief background, is a follow-up of a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine back in 1991. In that 1991 study, women were given either calcium or a placebo or sugar pill and followed throughout their pregnancy, and found that the study found that the calcium supplemented women had much lower blood pressures than the placebo group. This study, published last summer from the World Health Organization, followed up the children born to the women that partook in that original study in 1991. And the children born to the women in the calcium-supplemented mothers had lower blood pressure profiles than the children born to the placebo group. So that's very provocative information.
Very provocative. Real quickly, how much calcium does a pregnant woman need? And I'm assuming she should be taking it if she's even trying to get pregnant.
I think it's a good idea to establish good eating patterns prior to pregnancy. The recommended daily allowance is 1,000 milligrams of elemental calcium per day. The National Institutes of Health has suggested 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams. That's really the ballpark to shoot for.
All right, lots of supplements on the market. Just take it every day. It's so easy. Thanks, Dr. Repke, for joining us this morning. Coming up, Kevin Spacey, whose critically acclaimed performance in L.A. Confidential might earn him another Oscar. He joins us next on Good Morning America.
Badge of honor guys like to pretend that being the real thing is being the real. Ring in the year with Laverl Spencer and her magnificent bestseller. Then Came Heaven, a celebration of a remarkable friendship and the story of a great love. Laverl Spencer's Then Came Heaven.
I've tried every quick fix possible. Hard-boiled eggs for a week, grapes for a week.
Weight Watchers introduces the 1-2-3 Success Plan.
The great feeling is that you feel as though you're not actually on a diet.
A diet breakthrough, easy to learn, easy to live with.
It works because it's real, because it's simple, and I'm going to stay on it and be with it, I think, for the rest of my life.
Just count the points and lose weight. Count on it.
Well, I'm into a little black suit.
Join now for just $13. Get this points finder and free registration only at Weight Watchers.
As Good as It Gets is America's #1 crowd-pleasing comedy. Raves USA Today. Siskel and Ebert declare it's one of the year's best pictures. 2 thumbs up. And Rolling Stone proclaims it's hugely entertaining.
Don't be like me. Don't you be like me.
The winner of 6 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Picture. As good as it gets.
I'm glad we did this.
Rated PG-13. Now playing in theaters everywhere.
I have to admit, my competitors are pretty darn smart. See, this is a tender Purdue chicken, while this is typical of theirs. Mine has 15% more breast meat than the average of other chickens, while theirs has more bone. But since both weigh the same, these other guys can give you less meat. And you're none the wiser. Unless, of course, some blabbermouth were to spill the beans.
Ring in the year with Laverle Spencer and her magnificent bestseller. Then Came Heaven, a celebration of a remarkable friendship and the story of a great love. Laverle Spencer's Then Came Heaven.
That old black magic has me in its spell.
Oh, you put your head in your hands.
Yeah, you had to start with that, didn't you? No, I haven't had coffee yet.
Is that Tony Bennett, Kevin Spacey? Who is that singing? Crooning Away. Is that you?
Yeah, it is me.
And what is that from? That's from a movie.
It's from the film, it's the soundtrack of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And Clint Eastwood had heard me sing on the opening of Saturday Night Live last year. I did a sort of funny monologue and I sang in it. And he called and he said, well, I think you ought to come down there and sing a little song down there. You got the good pipes. Come on down to a track. So he does Bing Crosby a lot, Clint Eastwood. And so I went down and I sang with this great brass band. And it was just loads of fun. And it's just shocking to be on an album with Tony Bennett and Katie Lang.
Oh, and I mean, it's a great album, I have to tell you.
Yeah, it's good.
But that sounds like you, though, to do something here, something there. I mean, you like not being pigeonholed into just film. You like to do stage. You like to do different things. Why is that?
Well, I just think the more that you give yourself opportunities to stretch yourself, I feel like I've been given this great gift in that I'm allowed to do what I want to do. And pretty much the way that I'd like to do it. And so I feel that it's my responsibility to honor that by challenging myself as much as I can and not just showing up and doing what comes easy.
But growing.
Yeah, because each time out, if you walk into every situation saying, I have something to learn, I have something to gain, this is a risky situation for me, then you kind of live on a tightrope, and that's exciting.
Do you find that you have to really do that yourself, though? Because a lot of the people in Hollywood want to pigeonhole you and say, okay, this is what you play.
Well, I mean, I try to pay very little attention to what other people may want to do. I think that I've been given this really great series of roles over the last number of years, both in film and theater, and I'm just going to keep trying to follow my own heart.
You had a great role in Usual Suspects, won an Oscar for that. They're coming up, the nominations, on February 10th. What are you going to do? Are you going to get up and watch them?
I will be in London, ensconced in rehearsal for a play.
Iceman Cometh.
Yes, so I will be gainfully employed, and I'll hear about it.
You're not going to like call and sit there on the phone while they're going on live?
No, you try to distance yourself as much as you can.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm even being mentioned, sort of at the end of the year.
Yeah. But are you really excited?
But I am very excited because I'm very proud of that film. It was a complex movie to do. I mean, to read the book, you'd think it was unfilmable.
Yeah.
And what Curtis Hanson did and Brian Hegligan, who wrote the screenplay, is really just masterful.
It really took you there. I mean, in the audience, remember, you all of a sudden were in an era that you didn't, wander L.A. in. It was wonderful.
Well, and you also start to see the seeds of corruption and all sorts of things that we're still dealing with in Los Angeles.
Did Warner's fail to sell that movie because L.A. Confidential had such great word of mouth, had such great, critical acclaim. Every single critic in this country said it's in the, top 5 films of the year.
Yeah.
But the grosses didn't match that. Did they bungle it somehow?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you have to understand that the film doesn't really have any sort of major big stars in it. The kind of actors that necessarily open movies on weekends, although I'm glad to hear that Good Morning America will go.
Exactly. You open movies for us.
But I open movies for you guys. I wish you wouldn't wait so long. Go that first weekend.
If we had a studio, it would actually really matter.
But I think that now that the film is starting to get the kind of recognition it is, I know that Warner's has plans to reopen it a little later in more theaters. So I think it's going to have a sort of second life.
Well, we're so happy to have you here in New York doing what?
I'm here for you.
Just here.
I came all the way for you, for Spencer, for Charlie.
Well, we're rooting for you. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Next up, Dick DeBartolo, definitely not unplugged, consumer electronics show. Now, this is something, you had an experience with a head in one of your movies, did you not?
Yes,
S7,
yes,
yeah.
And it was more attractive than that. But,
We'll be back.
Art clearance sale. This Sunday, collector's art will sell out paintings like this antique-style floral, still lifes, landscapes, and formal Victorian-style portraits at unbelievable savings. Plus, over 3,000 paintings to be sold out at $19 to $59. Only $19 to $59. Incredible! This Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In Secaucus at the Meadowlands Hilton. In Tarrytown at the Westchester Marriott. In Smithtown, Long Island at the Sheraton. In Uniondale at the Long Island Marriott. In Parsippany at the Sheraton Tara. In Somerset at the Marriott. At LaGuardia Airport at the Crowne Plaza. In Trumbull, Connecticut at the Marriott. And at the Staten Island Hotel.
I'm looking for the pharmacy that's closest to Pathmark. Why, it's right inside the store. There's the pharmacist. Hi, Carol. She knows all kinds of things about staying healthy. And don't forget about those weekly smart prices. Pathmark has everything you need for your family's health and beauty care needs. Just like a regular drugstore. I trust her with all my prescriptions.
Win a trip to Hollywood when the Chevy Venture brings the Rosie O'Donnell Show to L.A. For details, watch Rosie Next Time with Matt Lauer and Pam Grier.
This morning at 10, right here on ABC 7.
On the next Regis and Kathy Lee, look who's live.
Stay out of Grandma's mustache cream, it's poison!
Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live, Sherry O'Terry.
That's funny.
And from the Bayou, Eve's Bayou, meet Journey Smollett. Then Friday, he's playing an attorney who's turning heads. Star of The Practice, Dylan McDermott.
You know, he's every woman's dream.
Get it live with Regis and Kathy
Watch
Lee.
live this morning at 9. Right here on ABC 7.
Discrimination can be a 5-letter word, lupus. A disease that afflicts mainly women. If you're young and female, you could be at risk. Call 1-800-74-LUPUS.
If you're thinking of having a baby soon, stop smoking, drinking, or taking drugs. Your future baby is depending on you. For information, contact the March of Dimes.
We all get so fascinated by the gadgets these days, and so we're going to go back now to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, you got a preview of him just before the commercial, is buying one of everything. Dick, you there? Somewhere in that
Yes,
crowd?
I am buying one of everything. As far as TV goes, if you're big in Laserdisc and like movies, HD TV, soon. In the fall is when broadcasting will start doing some HD TV programming. This is brand new from Sony. If you're collecting tapes, this is really great. It's called SmartPath. You know, we all have those boxes of videotapes and wonder what's on them, if there's any blank tape on them. Well, there's a little barcode reader right here on the front of the set. You hold the videotape up to it, and let's just see, did this guy do it? Over here is how much blank tape. There's 1 minute and 37 seconds.
1 hour,
of blank tape.
1 hour, 37 minutes, Dick. It says there.
Of blank tape, I'm sorry. Right. Put that in, it'll record it just on the blank tape. And the other thing is, you don't know what's on the tape? Let's look at the monitor over here. There's what is on this videotape. So you can go. Is that amazing? SmartPath from Sony, anywhere between $400 and $500 in the spring. Brand new from Uniden, the world's first 900 megahertz cordless phone with voice recognition. So I'm going to pick this guy up. I'm going to push this little button here. Gizmo Guy.
Dialing 555-121.
Well, that's where you get information about the Gizmo Guy. But that's really neat. Oh, yeah, okay. It would actually dial it for you. Two-way intercom, about $150 coming in the spring. A couple of neat guys from Telemania. This is the Darth Vader phone. When the phone rings, you hear this. And he starts moving around. And believe it or not, he is actually a telephone. That's coming. That's about $80. That'll be out in spring, about 3 months. I love this guy, the Goofy phone. When the phone rings, Goofy will come to life.
Huh? Did you hear something ringing?
But then he falls back asleep again in the phone. I'll get it myself, Goofy. And finally, the EPA is working with video manufacturers. So if you look for this symbol on components, you can save yourself up to about $60 a year on your electric bill. And that'll translate to millions of dollars over the country. So you can look for that on gadgets for this coming spring, okay?
The Darth Vader phone seems strange to me. The phone rings and the thing breathes heavy. I don't. Anyway, it strikes me as strange. Tell me about televisions. Have you run through all the stuff you're going to do?
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay, tell me about the televisions, because we're all fascinated by, we keep hearing about this HD TV business. You showed us one. I think it was a 62-inch Pioneer, was it?
Yes, exactly. That's one for next year.
For next year, and you said it's coming in about a year. But everybody wonders if these televisions, if we're going to have to buy them, since they're going to be broadcasting.
No, you don't have to buy them, because it's something like 2002 before everybody's going to be doing HD TV, but you'll buy a converter box and still continue to use your other TV.
There are converters that are coming that will make my present television compatible with HD TV.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Now, one other thing, Dick.
Yep.
We had here in the studio, and I wish I had it with me, but a couple of weeks ago, we had a television that was only that thick. I mean, you could literally hang it on the wall.
Plasma TV, Pioneer's showing one. A lot of the companies are. They're 4 inches thick. They hang on the wall. But as someone said, what's the price range? And someone else said the price range goes from yikes to, they're like 15,000. I've seen one for 25,000. But that's the ultimate. And most of those are also computer compatible. So you can plug your PC into that and have your World Wide Web, 50 or 60 inches.
It is a brave new world coming. Thanks very much, Dick DeBartolo.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Dick with having a good time out there at the Consumer Electronics Show. We'll be right back.
From the author of Absolute Power and Total Control comes a thriller about riches beyond your wildest dreams and darkest nightmares. The Winner by David Baldacci, the year's hottest bestseller from Warner Books.
It takes a good morning to have a good day, and the best mornings start with a good night's sleep, a Melatonex sleep. Melatonex replenishes the natural sleep enhancer our bodies produce and releases it gradually the way our bodies do for a restful night's sleep. Melatonex. Sleep well and have a good morning, America.
When pain strikes, go for the Flexall Ultra Plus and get going again. In clinical tests, people suffering from pain confirmed that Flexall Ultra Plus penetrates deep for fast-acting, long-lasting relief. Flexall Ultra Plus.
Oh, it's that time again.
Now, ShopRite does the can, selling lots of brands of everything in cans.
Today it's great to save some cash, so come to ShopRite's Can Bash.
From can to can, you save more on every brand.
With your Price Plus Club card, you'll find 4 cans of Star-Kissed tuna are only $2.96, and Bertolli olive oil is only $8.88.
ShopRite's can, stock up all the values last.
Ooh la la!
Yeah.
Can't make it to Classic Galleries this weekend? Here's what you're missing. 4 floors, over 100 room settings, featuring a tremendous selection of the finest names in furniture. No other store can compare. Ask about our complimentary in-home design service. I'm afraid we won't have nearly enough time to show you everything. Do try and stop by soon. That way, you can take your time and enjoy Classic Galleries, Huntington, Long Island.
From the director of T2 and True Lies.
Oh my God!
Collide with Destiny.
This is it!
Titanic, rated PG-13. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
What about that too?
That's my paper.
Go ahead.
Can I cheat?
You can cheat off my paper.
And where were you in math class? All right. ABC News on World News Tonight. What's keeping America from having the best schools in the world? The answer may be around the corner.
And tomorrow on Good Morning America, a career that's hot enough to melt any. Meet the star of Titanic, Kate Winslet.
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day today.
Take care.
What a great line.
The View's the talk show everybody's talking about.
It's The View! Isn't it cool?
Today, actress Donna Mills on The View.
Be it your personal best. Good Morning America's Health Tip of the Day is brought to you by Tropicana Pure Premium and Total Cereal. Exercise is essential for health. Here's how to start. Get a medical checkup, start slowly, stretch, and most important, make it fun. Mail one GMA personal best tip to the address shown for your chance to win a trip for two to New York.
Live like a man. Steal the covers, big boy. Pump and sweat and lift. Grunt like a man. Do manly things. Grab a bottle of Mega Men multivitamins from GNC. Down 41 ingredients in one tablet. Take those vitamins and minerals and herbs for all they're worth. Very manly. Mega Men multivitamins exclusively at General Nutrition Centers. GNC. Live well.
Good things in life never change.
Syrup, please.
Like a rich, mapley log cabin. The one you grew up with.
Delicious.
It's nice to know some things never go out of style. In the heart of every home, there's a little log cabin.
Weight Watchers doesn't have it. Diet books don't have it. Diet shakes don't have it. Diet pills definitely don't have it. It's the one-on-one personal support from Jenny Craig. My one-on-one consultant helped me lose 25 pounds and taught me how to keep it off.
Our New Year's special. Join our complete program, a $398 value for $148, plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-98-JENNY today. Jenny Craig. The difference is one-on-one.
How is your tax?
Acquiring now. 4, 3, 2, 1.
This time on Inside Space. Talk about heaven on earth. Hi, I'm Jeff Fox, and this time on Inside Space, I guess I'm in my own little space here. We're at Hamilton Standard in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, and this is what astronauts call an EMU for Extravehicular Mobility Unit. This is all you need, well, after you get there, all you need to go out in space. This is a totally controlled environment. I have oxygen, I have cooling, there's communications equipment. It's all here, and this is the place, Hamilton Standard, where they put it all together. As you've seen, spacesuit designs have changed over the years, and they've changed because the mission has changed. In fact, now with the International Space Station, we'll need to be able to support men in space for longer periods of time and with greater mobility. And to see what it's like, I've come here to Hamilton Standard in Windsor Locks, Connecticut to get into a spacesuit. This is Dave Etter. You will be my dresser today, I guess, Dave? Yes, I will. All right, so let's do it. Now, all right, we're going to put the pants on here. Now, the whole idea with the pants is most of what you see here is flexible, but not everything. There are a couple of really hard pieces right here, and of course the shoes.
The reason there's bunching in the legs is the yellow bladder that you see on the inside is made bigger than the restraint layer on the outside, so you have extra bladder material in there. Now, what is the purpose of this? This is to allow you to bend at the waist. When the astronaut's feet are locked in a restraint, it allows you to rotate your upper body. How much my pants weigh about? About 50 pounds. There you go. Now, so far so good, but as you can see, there's still a separation between
my torso and my pants. And in the void of space, that's going to be a real problem. So let's link me up here.
This is called a Snoopy cap. Yeah, dubbed during Apollo because your ears end up turning brown like Snoopy.
I feel very good today to be back on Earth after this long protracted journey to the cosmos. I want you to know that my body is getting just a little bit chilly now because they are pouring water, which is pretty close to freezing, all around my body in those little capillary tubes. I saw no sign of God up there, so the bloodless, cowardly Americans are lying about all that book. I know there's a control here, but I cannot see it now.
You notice the lettering is reversed. You can see it through the mirror. So you look down. You cannot see beyond this top tray.
That's right. All right.
On this would be the display and control module, how you control the suit, do communications.
Oh, very cold. Can we make me a little warmer? All right, should we do the gloves?
A lot of development's been put into the gloves. Most of the work you do on the space station and shuttle is with the hands. Parts of the suit have a positive lock. It requires 3 different motions to open this up. That way when you put it together, you can't bang and open up the suit, depressurize it.
So we're going to close me up.
Been going to the gym? Yeah, I don't think so. Been eating dinner. I can hear out, but not really well. Mostly what I hear in here is the sound of the oxygen flowing behind me. It's funny, when you squeeze my arms, then my ears got all clogged up.
Some of the early suits that the pilots first tried out when they go higher in altitude, they actually became rigid and couldn't run the controls of the aircraft. You get the mobility of the suit from a number of bearings. You got a shoulder bearing, an elbow bearing here, and then there's a wrist bearing. The full suit weighs about 150 pounds. Flight suits about 275 pounds. The pressurization of the suit holds the suit rigid. This really wasn't meant as a walking suit, but it works very well doing that. Now we can display the other bearing that you normally can't see, the waist bearing.
On the ground, it's a little bit bulky, and it's certainly heavy, and as you can see, it's a little bit difficult sometimes.
On the top would be a light and a camera. This is your purge valve on the side in case the fan that circulates the air inside the suit stops. When the gold visor is down, you can't see the astronaut's face, so you identify one astronaut from the other by the red stripes. If someone's doing something wrong, you want to know who to yell at. This suit provides everything you need for 7 hours out in space. It's totally a self-contained spacecraft. And this is the life support section of the suit. In the back would be a secondary oxygen system. It would be a half-hour backup oxygen. In this top upper area would be the primary life support system. When this lifts out, there's a contamination control cartridge. The battery goes here. Those are the 2 units you have to replace between missions. In the upper area, there would be a sublimator. It would provide the cooling. We flash water off into space to provide that. On the top would be a radio, your communication system. If anything goes wrong with the suit, it's self-monitoring. You get an audible tone in the helmet, and a code would come up here that would tell you there's something gone wrong. It would tell you what's gone wrong. You'd have a little booklet on your arm, a cheat booklet, to look up that code.
Have the electronics changed a lot over the years?
We built this about 1978. The electronics haven't really changed that much. The nice thing about having an astronaut out there is he can think and move and react. It's very hard to get a robot to have an opinion or to react to a changing environment. That's why it's nice to have people out there.
So who wore the first spacesuit? I'll have that little swatch of history when we come back with more Inside Space in just a minute.
I just love these chats about clothes.
Come on, Mom.
Something's gotta give.
Don't you want me to be my own person?
And it looks like this time, it's me. Here's something we don't have to chat about. Sunny Delight. I like the vitamins. She likes the great taste. She may be her own person, but I still like it when we think alike.
Sunny Delight. The good stuff kids go for.
Alrighty. I know some of you have tried, corn pops before, but I'd just like to get your honest reactions. The first thing that pops into your mind. Good. Of course, that's just my reaction. Yours may be a little different.
Why don't we work on some napkins? Wait, yeah, you write that down. Sweet and crunchy.
Ready for the next group?
I'm just finishing up.
Kellogg's Corn Pops. It's hard to stop when it's Pops.
From Sci-Fi Channel Pictures,
Please don't make me go in there.
We will have solved the riddle of immortality.
Donald Sutherland, The Life Force Experiment, a Sci-Fi Channel original movie. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then, exiled to a barren world. A dreamer. A scavenger. A killer. A destiny. New Eden. Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome to the future of drafting.
Wow, I bet the guys that run this stuff spent years in school.
No, you might be surprised.
So what are the chances of me getting to work here?
Well, first of all, you gotta love to draw.
And second?
And second, you gotta call ITT Tech.
For an informative brochure, call ITT Tech at 1-800-942-0099. That's 1-800-942-0099.
When he took apart my drill just to see how I worked, he made me mad. When he built his first radio to contact life on other planets, he made me laugh. When he picked electronics as a career, he made me think. And when he graduated from ITT Tech, he made me proud.
For an informative brochure, call ITT Tech at 1-800-942-0099. That's 1-800-942-0099.
I remember when I was a little kid during the winter, my mom would tell me to dress really warmly, and it never got below zero where we were. But I'm going to introduce you to two guys now who really know how to dress warmly, and they have been where the temperature is below 150 degrees below zero. Not only do they know how to dress warmly, they even knew how to make some improvements.
We're a little behind the timeline, but we're getting there. There you go.
We want to talk about spacesuits today, what you guys wear. Now, most of the time when we see the crew on the shuttle, of course, inside the shuttle, you can basically wear street clothes if you wanted. But you guys went out to do a couple of things, including test the spacesuits. So first of all, tell me about how that worked. You were the first to have some of the warming devices in, right, to try and facilitate the ISS?
They did a lot of changes to the spacesuit. We'd had problems with people getting cold in the suit when they worked outside.
Show me where in the suit.
Well, they would get cold hands, cold feet, and some, their body core temperature would get low and they would be shivering, and that causes a real problem. If you get to that point, the people would have to come inside.
Now, even though you were wearing something like this underneath?
This is a cooling garment, though. In space, the real problem normally is getting rid of your excess heat. So this device is intended to cool us. It has small lines running through it, and we pump water through here that's cooled in a device called a sublimator. And the problem with being too cool is that we always had some flow through here. So one of the improvements that Hamilton Standard made was to eliminate that cooling flow. So we could set our thermal control valve to a certain setting that would allow us to stop all the flow here, and that helped us to stay warm.
Yeah, well, I know with satellites and sometimes with the shuttle, they basically do a barbecue roll. But you can't do that when it's a man in space, right?
No, because we have to work wherever the work is, and we can sometimes control the attitude of the shuttle to help us, but other times we can't do that because of other things that need to be cool or warm. So we need the suit to be able to do the job for us, and we're quite fond of the suit because it does a really wonderful job of controlling our temperature and giving us a little environment inside. As you know, there's nothing outside the suit. This has to provide us with everything that we need to survive, and it does.
How difficult is it to get into in the shuttle?
It's not very difficult. In zero-G, as long as you've got something to push on and someone to help you to raise the arms up so you can get your arms in there. If you tried to get your arms in like this, it wouldn't work. So you go in with your arms in tight and up through the arms. It works out very well, and you can get in easily. Getting out's a little harder because someone almost has to pull you out to get you out of it.
Who can fit into a suit and who can't?
Actually, with the sizing elements they have, they're able to accommodate essentially everyone in the astronaut office, and I guess the number they're saying is 90% of the general population. And it fits great.
Yeah, the basic hard structure here that it makes up the upper part, the hard upper torso, or HUD as we call it, is pretty fixed, but we have a couple of different sizes of those. If you look at the leggings down here, yeah, this is covered with a thermal covering. Underneath here is what you see here, and these can be adjusted for different length legs. We can even put in extra pieces. It requires a lot of effort to do that. There is some work being done to allow that resizing in space so that we can do that for space station one day. But you can do the same thing with the arms as well, so you can fit basically anyone. When man first went to the moon, a lot of things that exist in this spacesuit. Well, it is a spacecraft, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
A lot of things that existed in this did not exist. For instance, the articulated ways where you could turn your torso, or even all the motion and agility in the fingers. And so you see them walking and moving in a different way than you guys would work.
The task is to learn how to work with the suit. It does restrict your motion in some planes. And if you want to fight it, it'll be happy to interfere with you. But once you learn how to work with it, for example, these arms work very smoothly in this plane. Okay, they're not quite as smooth in this plane because they're inflated. So when you want to move your arms in to work on a task, if you fight it, it can be hard. But if you work with the low force paths on the suit, it's actually quite easy to work, and we're able to do just about anything that you can do with bare hands.
And you are pressurized in the suit. So tell me how that affects. It's like you're inside a balloon. The normal shape of the suit is probably something like this, where your arms are sort of out in front of you. It blows up like a balloon. It's at 4.2 pounds per square inch, and there's nothing outside, so that delta pressure causes it to inflate. It makes it actually comfortable for me. There's some folds in the suit, maybe when you get in, that once you pressurize it, those folds go away, and it's very comfortable. How good is this at protecting you? Are you guys as safe outside the ship as you are inside?
The suit has got some micrometeorite protection, and depending on where it hits you and how it hits you, you could survive that. The life support system is such that if you should have a suit puncture, it can maintain pressure up to some limit.
Until you can get back into the airlock.
Until you can get back into the airlock. Of course, if you get hit with a large, half-inch diameter micrometeorite, you just had a bad day.
So you guys ready to help build the space station, the construction workers in space? We can work in this suit. We can build space station in this suit. And Mike and I have talked about this, and we agree that this suit will work extremely well for us, and the improvements they're already planning to do are great improvements, and will just make it even easier for us to do it.
It's not broken, don't fix it, so it's working great.
Mike, thanks. And good luck. And Jim, good luck. It's nice meeting you. Now, when these guys went out, of course, they had the latest and the best in outdoor wear. But who wore the first spacesuit? Well, it's a question that's subject to some interpretation.
Evening, Miss Fields.
Expecting you.
Nice try, Hollywood, but no dice. The first spacesuit looked nothing like this. Rather than concentrate on pastel palettes, NASA developed the spacesuit to serve some serious functions. At the top of the list was to enable the wearer to breathe in an airless environment.
Can't hear you, Woody. No air, remember.
You might have guessed by now that deep-sea diving suits provided the first clue to airless survival. In fact, before they were spacemen, the original Mercury 7 astronauts were frogmen. And beyond the problem of breathing was the problem of pressure, or rather lack of pressure, which pioneer aviators knew all too well. This gentleman seems to have anticipated the spacesuit well before his time. However, he was being outfitted for an early helicopter. Now, before you can really say who wore the first spacesuit, you have to figure out where space actually begins. This snappy pressure suit kept high-altitude jet jockeys from exploding. But the gleaming white suit so dear to space travelers and John Travolta alike was not the first to be seen above most of the atmosphere. Ham, the brave chimpanzee that rocketed into space in 1961, was stuffed into rather rigid metallic armor. The Mercury astronauts that followed his lead wore silver lame. But the first true suit in space was the bright orange, find me wherever I fall fashion sported by cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin.
Well, I guess that about does it. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
And when Inside Space returns, I'll introduce you to some fashion moguls in the extravehicular clothing business. Don't go away.
The problem with most home equity lenders is no equity means no loan. That's because they only let you borrow up to 80% of the value of your home. But at First Plus, you can borrow up to 125% of the value of your home. So even with no equity, you can still consolidate bills, make home improvements, or even get some extra cash. Just call 1-800-510-PLUS. You'll get an answer before you hang up. First Plus, no equity is no problem. So call 1-800-510-PLUS.
Another empty box of new potato air crisps.
One of these, then I'll mingle. Tastes like a potato chip, only crispier. Wait a minute. Should be talking to other people, not myself. But these are so crispy. It's the little air pockets. I'll just have one more. I don't need to circulate. If anybody wants to talk to me, they'll find me. I'm the blonde in the short black dress, holding an empty box of potato air crisps.
New potato air crisps with a crispier crunch than potato chips. You'll be back.
You're watching Inside Space on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Another link between vitamins and your health.
It seems everybody is talking about the importance of vitamins, and if you take vitamins, I've got great news. Now you can buy your vitamins direct from one of America's leading vitamin manufacturers at incredible savings. Top quality, super low prices. It's all right here in this free catalog from Puritan's Pride. And now is a great time to call for your free catalog. It's the Puritan's Pride 2-for-1 vitamin sale. Buy one E400 and get one free. 2 bottles for just $10.50. And how about this? Buy 1 bottle of ginseng, get another one free. Both for only $6.25. It's amazing. The 2-for-1 values are throughout the catalog and include the newest products nutritional science has to offer. Puritan's Pride is so sure you'll be pleased, they offer a full money-back guarantee on every purchase. So call now for your free 2-for-1 vitamin catalog. Puritan's Pride, the smart way to buy vitamins.
Courage, honor, sacrifice. Now the only word that means a damn to you is life.
The time is now. Space above and beyond. Premieres Sunday, January 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hollywood's most influential dreamers. Their collective talent and vision, all in one place. The Sci-Fi Channel.
You've heard the old expression, clothing makes the man, and when you want to go and get a nice suit, you sometimes look for a designer label. Well, if you're an astronaut, the designer label you look at is Hamilton Standard, and that's where we are right now. We're on Bill and Mike's excellent adventure to find out all about what goes into this. I see you guys have some toys here. May I pick this up? Sure. All right. This is a glove, but this looks like something out of one of the Schwarzenegger Terminator movies.
Yeah, basically what it is it's the inside of the glove, underneath the thermal garment, the white garment that you normally see now, on the suit.
Would this be sort of the counterpart of this?
That's the outside part of the glove. So this would go over the inside of the glove, and this provides the thermal protection from the cold and the heat in space.
Now we have the International Space Station coming up.
Right. One of the things that we're concerned about for Space Station is the shuttle environment tends to stay a little bit warmer because they can rotate the shuttle to different attitudes so that the payload bay stays warm. On station, they're going to be out there maybe as cold as 175 degrees below zero. And the things that they're working may also get that cold. So one of the things we're doing is we're putting little heaters on the fingertips of the gloves to allow, to allow the astronauts to warm up their hands if they get cold.
So as long as we're talking about that, we have here, I noticed this before, this is the material that goes around them in the spacesuit, and this is the layer
the inside. This is the inside liner that goes against their skin just to keep it comfortable. But this is the liquid cooling garment that they have, that the water runs through these tubes against their skin. It takes the heat away from their skin and cools them down when they're doing their work.
Is this an expensive item? I'm guessing it's an expensive item.
It's an expensive item. The number we advertise is $10.4 million per suit. But you have to understand...
Now, is that with one pair of pants or two?
That is with one pair of pants. Two pair of pants, 10.400 something.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the other things that we have here. I'm scared to ask. This is drinking water, I hope?
That's what we call the in-suit drink bag. We make two sizes. This is a 24-ounce size. We also have a larger size that's 32 ounces, and basically holds the water that the astronauts would use and drink during a spacewalk.
I don't mean to be facetious, but I assume that there's a counterpart after they're done with it.
There is a counterpart. In fact, we're developing that counterpart right now, and right now they're using what we call Depends.
How much of the changes that come into these things have to do with user requests?
The heated gloves, that was 100% a user request. You got to remember that they put, I'll say, hundreds of hours of training in water pools and vacuum chambers. That's where they do a lot of the training inside the suit, and they provide us with the feedback as to what they think they need.
Let me just put this on so I can finish this in proper style. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll be back and show you what the well-dressed astronaut is going to be wearing in the next century when Inside Space returns. Don't go away.
4, 3, 2, 1. Dangerous thoughts. Scanners, the showdown, as the scanner wars continue. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Nobody in this house ever gets diarrhea.
Is my stomach okay?
Or nausea.
I was sick to my stomach.
Or even indigestion.
Oh, my stomach.
But for all those stomach problems, I'm ready with Pepto-Bismol. It's a whole first aid kit for stomachs.
As it coats, Pepto relieves most any stomach problem. Not just a few like these other leading medicines. Pepto-Bismol.
Whether it's their stomachs, or stomachs.
It's first aid for heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, indigestion, and upset
stomachs.
The problem with most home equity lenders is no equity means no loan. That's because they only let you borrow up to 80% of the value of your home. But at First Plus, you can borrow up to 125% of the value of your home. So even with no equity, you can still consolidate bills, make home improvements, or even get some extra cash. Just call 1-800-510-PLUS. You'll get an answer before you hang up. First Plus, no equity is no problem. So call 1-800-510-PLUS.
At Ragu, we've always figured the trick to making a delicious pasta sauce is to start with tomato, add some spices, and then a touch of Parmesan. But then we said, why not start with a cheese? Introducing new Ragu roasted garlic Parmesan sauce. We took real Parmesan cheese and kissed it with a touch of roasted garlic. And the tomato? Just toss it in the salad. New Ragu roasted garlic Parmesan sauce. It's the best thing to happen to pasta since the tomato.
Precision, passion, professionalism. Larry Luftig, cracker snacker, dream maker.
Larry makes it look so easy. What he can do with a Ritz cracker is magic.
When it comes to Ritz, he's instinctive.
When Larry took a buttery Ritz with chili and cheese
and call it the Ritz Chili Blitz.
Larry Chili Cheese Ritz.
Fireworks.
Larry's a cracker guru.
Larry Luftig, one of the all-time great TV tailgaters. Open a box, make up a snack.
Today, there are basically only two kinds of suits, American and Russian. But the future will demand specialized suits for specialized jobs. As the Apollo crews found out, lunar dust gets everywhere, and it was hard for the guys to see without turning their whole bodies. Something like this could be the answer. The moon has virtually no atmosphere, but Mars has some. Workers may need less of a suit. In fact, the spacesuit of the future may be skin tight. That's tomorrow. Today, some spacesuit innovations are showing up, helping out on Earth. People with various afflictions use spacesuit technology not only to survive, but to just do everyday things like getting to work. Kristen Kaufman suffers from multiple sclerosis.
I was very athletic. I did all sports, volleyball, basketball, tennis, swimming, everything, and then all sports were knocked out. I started just walking real funny, and then within 6 months I was pretty much not walking more than a very short distance.
This work began a decade ago. Stevie Roper was born with an extremely rare condition. He had no sweat glands. Stevie had to take frequent breaks from class to cool off with a drink or a moist towel to avoid overheating. Strenuous chores like raking leaves or even riding a bike were beyond Stevie's capabilities. That is, until engineers at NASA learned about him. Soon after, they fixed Stevie up with a cool suit, a vest that could keep Stevie's body temperature cool enough to do the things boys like to do. In 1994, NASA teamed up with the National Rehabilitation Hospital in Washington, D.C. to further cool suit research. Kristen Kaufman is one person whose life has changed for the better as a result of that partnership.
Once I had the cool suit, if I was too tired, I'd put that on, and then I'd be able to at least get to the van, get in the van, walk around, get my wheelchair if I needed. Now, even at the end of a work day, I just put that on for half an hour or so, and I can walk to a friend's house, I can go to the pool, I can do anything that I wanted to do in the evening.
This is really cool. If you ever get a chance, you need to get into one of these. From Hamilton Standard in Windsor Locks, Connecticut, I'm Jeff Fox. I'll see you next time, if they let me out of this thing, on Inside Space. Bye-bye.
I wonder if I can make it to the moon this way. Can I borrow your blades? I need to get to the moon.
A Sci-Fi Channel original production.